say I hope this one doesn't take like 3 to 4 hours to finish. I really only plan to dedicate about 2 hours to streaming tonight. My buddy's home and he happens to want to play some games. I told him he'd have to wait until after I'm done streaming though. It just seems like the Soup Kitchen is really bad game design. I mean, if you're honestly just supposed to stand around and wait for it to trigger, then I don't know what to say about that. Whenever I'm playing a game, I actually want to play the game. Unless there's some type of clue that I actually need to stand around and wait. Like if Cue Ball was moving around the kitchen, doing things, operating things of his own accord, I might stand around and watch him for a little bit just to see what he does. But the NPCs in this game don't really seem to do anything until you interact with them. Or have some other trigger go off. I will not get to the very last episode out of time tonight. I'll save that most likely for New Year's. I'll roll in the New Year's with the last episode of this game. Yeah, it's like there's just no clue at all that you need to idle there. I mean, even if there had been some type of clue that somebody murmured something like, hey, maybe we should just see what Cue Ball does, or see where these rum barrels go, or something like that, some type of clue that they just want you to stand around the corner. But absolutely nothing was given to us. That was something that without help from chat and a strategy guide, I never would have figured that out, because I don't have the patience to just randomly stand around. I have no incentive to just stand around. I want to get things done. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and start a new game here. And no, we will have the goals turned off. I don't have any tea tonight. I'm drinking churro now. I blame Larian. Yes, definitely not a very hard adventure game series. Tons of hand-holding. You can't even die. You can't fail anything. Episode 4. Double Visions.
What? Where am I?
No, my guitar is locked up. That scoundrel.
Ah, Citizen Plus? Citizen Plus!
Marty, it's time for you to grow a pair and maybe actually get into a fight or something.
That's not very relaxing.
When those guards come for you, we have a window here.
Jen? Hey, Jennifer!
For a minute, I thought the window might have been a little bit cracked or
Gotta
something.
get her attention.
Okay, so we got the squawk box. And the locker. I'm guessing we're not going to be able to get
Locked
into.
up all my stuff. I'll never get that combination on my own.
Nope, probably not. See if we can use the intercom.
Make sure the McFly boy is prepped for his Citizen Plus treatment by the time I finish with my husband.
How is Citizen Brown?
I'm afraid it's worse than we imagined. He's gone completely antisocial.
Darn.
We're using every tool at our disposal to snap him out of it. But I fear that nothing short of a complete personality rebuild will bring our leader back to us.
And it's all McFly's fault.
Unbelievable, isn't it? One teenage hooligan has brought Hill Valley to the brink of ruin. Ah, well. Let me know when he's ready. I'll be tending to Citizen Brown.
I gotta get out of here and rescue Doc.
So I wonder how she got Doc strapped in there anyways. Let's see. Actually, I don't care about hints. I don't have any inventory I can check.
Martin?
Ah, is that you?
Who else would it be?
Where are you?
Back in the garage. What are you doing in the Citizen Plus ward?
Edna threw me in here.
She can't do that to my son. How can I help?
What? George is growing a spine now too? So let's see, why are you here? Got any advice? You know anything about cracking combination locks? Why don't you try to talk to Jennifer?
Could you let me talk to Jennifer?
Jennifer Parker?
Yeah, she's in the room next door.
Let's see, that'd be waiting room beta. Got it.
You're all patched in, son.
It's a good thing we've got Pee-Pee
Jennifer.
Peeperton here to help us.
Martin, is that you? Where are you?
I'm over here, in the camera.
Oh, Martin, aren't you in enough trouble already?
Trouble? Jen, what are you talking about?
You know, with all the drinking and the PDAs.
Jennifer, what's wrong with you? You sound strange.
I used to be strange, Martin, but thanks to my first Citizen Plus treatment, I'm well on my way to becoming an average, well-adjusted teenager.
No, they
Plus.
got her.
No, Jen, not you too.
One more zombie. So, snap out of it. What time is it? So, I want to know, what is the treatment like anyways? They're apparently putting perfume into Doc's eyes.
So, what was your Citizen Plus treatment like anyway?
Well, that's weird. I don't really remember. Must be a side effect of the treatments.
But it's perfectly safe, I'm sure. What time is it?
Hey, do you know what time it is?
No.
Didn't they give you some kind of digital watch when you were done with all that brainwashing?
The Citizen Plus watch? I won't get one of those for another 5 or 6 treatments.
Rats.
So, why is your door open? Well, obviously it's open because she's already underwent
Why
treatment.
is your door open?
Now that I'm finished with my Citizen Plus treatment, I'm free to go whenever I want. I'm just waiting for the nice guard to escort me out.
Nice guard. Let's see. Did you know Edna's turning people into zombie bots?
Jen, this whole Citizen Plus thing is a scam. Edna's using it to take control of everyone in Hill Valley, including her husband.
You know, Citizen Edna told me you were having paranoid delusions, but I had no idea.
Should have figured that wouldn't work. How did you wind up here?
How'd you wind up in the Citizen Plus program anyway?
My dad signed me up.
Oh, that
and it's
bastard.
a good thing, too. I was completely out of control.
Kinda liked it.
Jen's gonna be so pissed off when we snap her out of her brainwashing. Let's see. Snap out of it. Why don't you break me out?
And on your way out, do you think you can help me break out of here?
Oh, I couldn't do that, Martin. It's against the rules.
Could you come at least give me a conjugal visit?
Okay, forget breaking out. Could you at least come visit me? It's kind of lonely in here.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to see each other until you've undergone your first Citizen Plus treatment.
I don't have any vices.
Because your gosh danged hormones are out of control.
Unless I can get my dad to somehow crack open that locker, then I can play her a heavy metal riff that'll just snap her out of it. Why don't you snap out of it, Jen?
Jen, snap out of it. This isn't the real you. I mean, it's kind of like the real you, but not like the real you in this timeline.
Wow, that's...
I know, it sounds crazy.
I'd never call you crazy, Martin. You're just sick. I should know, I used to be sick too. But now, I never want to spray paint a Buick or listen to rock music ever again.
This timeline just gets worse and worse.
Could
Okay.
you hang around for a few minutes? It's nice to have someone to talk to.
I'll be here until the guard comes for me. Then I'll really have to tell him about how you're hijacking the cameras.
Oh, come on, don't be a narc.
I'm not a narc. I'm a good citizen.
Yeah, he might be able to. Go back in time with it. I figure we'll have to ask him. I want to see what else there is. Poor Doc.
Doc,
They've even got his brainwashing, like his thought reading mechanism strapped to his head. I guess he got that invention working, huh? Okay. Use the squawk box to talk to Dad again.
How can I help, son?
Dear old Dad. Let's see, why are you here? Yeah, what do you know about cracking combination
the
locks?
only thing about cracking combination locks?
Sorry, son. I'm more of a peeping Tom than a safecracker.
Well, that's great. Can't you just rewind time on your camera here? You got any advice?
You got any advice for getting out of here?
Keep working on Jennifer. She may be acting strange, but that girl's crazy about you.
Okay, well, why are you here?
Not that I'm not happy that you're here, but Why are you here?
I'm looking for your mother.
Mom?
After you left, she and I had a big old fight, and, well, she went and signed herself up for a full battery of Citizen Plus treatments.
Damn, even
You
Mom?
tell her about Biff?
I tried. You know your mother. Once she puts her mind to something, she's a regular force of nature.
I figure that if I can just find her, maybe I can talk her out of this foolishness.
So... Well, Edna's out of control.
Those Citizen Plus watches are gonna turn everyone in Hill Valley into robots, starting with Citizen Brown.
I always suspected digital watches were evil.
Really?
The watches, Dad, it's Edna. She's completely lost it.
That
Citizen
dang
Edna's
newfangled
crazy?
technology.
Oh, that's not good. Although it would explain a lot.
Okay, let's see. We know he's not going to come down here in person. Dad, I need to go back in time. I'm totally not crazy.
Dad, I know this is a lot to accept, but I've gotta rescue Citizen Brown so that we can go back in time and stop him from ever marrying Edna in the first place.
You're right, son. That is a lot to accept. So let's forget you ever said it. Just concentrate on getting you out of there.
Yeah, maybe that's for the best.
I like how they give me all these dialogue options that do absolutely nothing. Okay. Yeah, well, we'll ask him the last one. Why not come down here in person?
It's nice that you're concerned about Mom, but couldn't you come down here yourself?
Oh, I couldn't do that. I'm probably in enough trouble with the authorities already.
No, I think it's better for everyone if I stay here in my garage with my televisions and cameras.
Yeah, I kind of figured that was gonna
Stay close,
happen.
Dad.
I'm as close as I can get, Martin.
Okay. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. The door. I want to check the locker one more time.
I'll never get that.
Yeah, I know you won't. Maybe we can...
Hey, let me out!
Nope. Like always in these games so far, just click on things until something happens, apparently.
Hello?
Gonna try to.
What?
Let's see. Why is my stuff locked in a cage? Yeah, why is it?
Why is all my stuff locked in a cage?
In order to ensure that Citizen Plus patients don't injure themselves, their belongings are placed in a locked box until the completion of their Citizen Plus treatment.
Injure themselves?
It's a very intensive process. Some people can't handle it.
What do you mean they can't handle it? Can I take a look at my stuff? I want to make sure you guys didn't damage anything.
Can I take a look at my stuff for a second?
Why?
I want to make sure my guitar neck isn't getting bent.
What?
Come on, man. My parents spent a fortune on that thing.
Fine. Back away from the door, sir.
Okay.
There. How's the guitar?
You got it propped up all
I guess
wrong.
it's okay.
Good.
So, I guess we didn't see that, but Dad probably did, huh?
I'll never get that.
Nope, okay. Dad, rewind the video footage. I know you've got it.
Dad,
How can I help, son?
Let's see, I tried to peek over the guard's
I
shoulder.
tried to peek over the guard's shoulder to get the combination, but he's too tall.
Over his shoulder? Hold on.
What?
I may have it on tape.
Zoom, enhance.
Rotate.
Zoom, enhance.
What?
The camera was high enough to see over his shoulder.
Nice work, Dad.
Of course it
The
was.
combination is 2 left, 8 right, 18 left, 32 right.
At least I don't have to write that down.
Hey, your guitar! I'm sorry I tried to throw it out.
Yeah, the guitar's pretty cool, but this is what I care about.
No fair making your dad all misty, son.
Okay, so, let's see what we got back. We got a guitar, in 1986 newspaper, and the photo of George McFly. I guess the other stuff, like the picture of me and Jen, not important at all. Okay. Oh, it's Grimmeth. You didn't miss anything. We just
Can't plug my
woke
guitar
up in
there.
here. Okay. Maybe we can plug it into the squawk box.
Okay, Jen, here's a little something I think you're gonna like. At least, I hope you still do.
Basically, we're locked up. She's been
Martin?
turned into a zombie. And Doc is being turned into a zombie.
Jennifer.
Oh, Martin.
You're gonna make her all moist in here, Martin.
What are you doing?
The power of rock and roll prevails.
What's going on here?
The spirit of Jimi Hendrix compels you.
I have no idea, sir. I was minding my own business when all of a sudden a horrible noise started coming out of that camera.
Well, that's not right.
Yeah, well, neither is this. No one scrambles my brain. You hear me? No one. I'm Jennifer Parker, rock and roller.
There we go.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Jen.
No time for small talk, McFly. We need to get you disguised so we can walk out of here.
Aren't you a
Alvin's
little
wearing
bit
underwear?
short to
Really?
be a security guard?
How do I look?
Little short for a stormtrooper, but
Yeah.
it'll have to do.
I knew that fucking reference was coming. They just couldn't help themselves, could they? Okay. Now we probably need to go down and save Doc, too.
Okay, Hotshot, what's next?
Now we rescue Citizen Brown, get the hell out of here, and get things back to the way they're supposed to be.
Whatever, just as long as I get to break some stuff. I've got a lot of pent-up hostility right now, you know?
Miss Parker,
What the?
Yeah.
I'm here to escort you to the lobby. Your father's waiting for you.
Can he wait? I was hoping that this attractive young man could take me on a tour of the facilities.
I'm afraid I really must insist, miss.
Relax, Jennifer. I've got everything under control.
Really?
Really.
I somehow don't believe
But
it.
first...
What was that for?
For saving me, dummy.
Right in front of the guard who apparently
Let's go,
doesn't care.
officer.
You know, I'm probably gonna have to write you up for a PDA violation.
Don't bite me.
What?
Rock and roll.
Okay, what do we got here? Intercom. Probably don't need to use that. A bunch of speakers. Why are there speakers down there? Are they serenading him with smooth jazz?
In years.
No, that's Tannen's. He's not allowed to eat it until he's taken his pacification pill. We tried to give it to him an hour ago, but he still hasn't swallowed it.
Let me try. I can be pretty persuasive.
No.
No. Have you tried putting the pill inside a piece
No
of cheese or
improvement,
something?
Citizen Edna. Shall I recycle the treatment?
I'm just gonna click on things.
Do you mind? I'm trying to run a complete personality rebuild on the big man himself here.
And?
And the last thing I need is your stubby little fingers turning Hill Valley's savior into a drooling rutabaga.
Is there a problem over there, citizen?
No problem, ma'am.
Good. Let's get back to it.
It's good that she's all the way across there in some type of, secured little room. A panic room, maybe? Don't worry, Doc. We're gonna get you out of there.
What are you doing in here?
Looking for the bathroom?
The next scheduled bathroom break isn't for another 158 minutes.
Right.
You don't have it down to the seconds? Okay. Did I pick up anything from the guard? No. If only I would have picked up like a baseball bat or a baton. Wait a second.
Increase the map.
Wow, they've really got this door locked up tight. I wonder what sick freak they've got in here. Ah!
Obviously it's Biff.
I should have known.
I wonder if we can let him out to run havoc. Biff's door.
I almost feel sorry for the poor guy. Almost.
I do feel sorry for him. I say we let him out and let him go cause a bunch of chaos. Maybe there's something in Jen's room. Oh yeah. I was hoping maybe she put him in a locker or
Get
something.
me out of here.
Sorry, can't hear you in this thing, but thanks for the duds, though.
Oh, I'm sure that Biff would turn on us.
Don't touch that! I need the caffeine.
So, maybe we have to make this guy go to the bathroom or something? Let's talk to him real quick.
Hey,
Busy.
Unless, where... Scent dispenser. Apparently I completely missed that. I think we need to get Biff's pacification pill and put it in his drink. A scent dispenser. Was that back towards Biff's area? A crack under the door.
It's like a little crack between the door and the floor.
Biff, give me your pacification pill.
Hi, Biff.
McFly.
Looks like your intercom's busted.
Aw.
Just as well. It'd probably be just a bunch of swearing and mixed metaphors anyway.
Okay, eat your pill. Guess who?
Hey, Biff. Guess who your guard is? Peekaboo.
I think we're gonna give Biff an aneurysm. So, you want
Out
out?
of here, big guy. Guess they don't work.
My money's on getting the pill and putting it in
Guard
that
says
drink.
I'm not supposed to give you any food until you swallow your pill.
Just call it a hunch.
I'd never get my hand under there.
So, what do we need? Maybe use the newspaper? Oh. So he spits the pill out onto the newspaper, we pull it out that way. Okay.
Hi, Biff.
Eat your damn pill,
Come on,
Biff.
Just swallow your pill.
How many times have you tongued that pill anyways?
Disengage oxygen.
Okay. Yep.
Oh, Biff spit.
We're totally gonna drug this guard. Put it in there.
public display of affection over there?
What? Sorry, it was just a shadow. Stop goofing around and get back to work. Yes, sir.
But first, why don't you take a drink of that delicious cancer syrup?
Jeez, what have they been feeding Biff? Horse tranquilizers?
Probably.
You, God!
Who, me?
I mean, me?
Yes, you. As you can see, that slacker of a technician is sleeping on the job again. Please be a dear and tend to the Citizen Plus control panel, will you?
Sure.
Okay, Doc, I'm in. Now, how do I get you out of here without
So-
turning you into a vegetable?
I was gonna say, apparently this thing, you know what? I'm not even gonna question it. This is a highly trained technician, and we have no idea what we're doing. So let's just press buttons and hope we don't kill Doc.
Jeez, where's the off button on this thing? Hey, an equalizer. At least, I think it's an equalizer.
We got a tactical slider, a volume slider, optics slider, olfactory slider. I think you did see some type of scent dispenser earlier, Grimmeth. Hello, babyface.
Problems with the control, citizen?
No.
Optics.
Did we really have to crank it all the way up? What happened to baby steps? Volume, tactile, gastrosensory slider.
Olfactory. I think I know what that means.
Yeah, it means it's an old factory. Run down.
What the?
Looks like the aroma tanks have clogged themselves again.
Oh, thank you. I hadn't noticed that. Come on, make yourself useful. I'm sorry about the delay, dear. This'd go a lot easier if you just gave up this madness about time machines and altering the past. You should concentrate on the future.
There is no future for us.
You won't think that in a few more hours.
So,
Anna, please.
what if we crank up the volume
Finally, a word
while
I
they're
can
down
understand.
there? Is it really just white noise?
Okay, that moved him a few inches. Maybe I can blast him right out the door.
Maybe we can. What if...
I can't plug my guitar into that.
That's what I'm hoping for. I just need to find out. Maybe I need to go back to like the intercom or something. Tactile,
Don't worry,
gastrosensory.
dear. After we're done repairing your damaged mind, we'll fix young Mr. McFly, too.
I can click on the speakers all the way down there, I think.
That speaker looks really familiar.
Except it's an upgraded model. Wait, I want to check this guard
He'll
too.
be out for a while.
Okay then. So, got the intercom there. Wonder if I can have Dad patch me in from any of them.
I can't plug my guitar into that.
Well, then we'll go all the way back into my office.
Oh, dearest.
I'm gonna call this my
Nothing I need
office.
in there.
Okay, apparently we're not.
There's no one in my cell to...
What do we have? Control panel? Maybe I can just try plugging it directly into the control panel. I don't know if I tried that yet. There we go.
There's no jack.
Well, oh, well, what if we go all the way down into Edna's office here?
You'll never get.
That's what I'm hoping. Ooh, a microphone, okay. That's just what I need, isn't it? Just want to check everything here. Make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Okay. Hijack the microphone. We're gonna play him something heavy.
Hey, Doc, let's get ready to blow this joint.
What was that? You! What are you doing?
Get my friend out of here, you nutcase.
Real subtle, McFly.
Okay, that was a little less dramatic than I had expected. Whoa!
I think so, honestly. Like you said, Grimmeth, baby mode.
Let's go, Your Honor.
What? I can't hear you!
You're welcome!
Dramatic pause. In case you weren't terrified enough by her yet.
Attention citizens. This is an Omega-1 priority alert. Potentially disruptive nonconformists are loose in the courthouse. Please return to your homes until the situation has been resolved. Have a nice day.
It's a click it till you get it kind of game. So what was Edna doing to you, Doc?
What the heck was Edna doing to you back there?
She was trying to rebuild my personality from the ground up, erasing the parts she didn't like.
Harsh. Hey, it's my mom.
I bet you Mom's already underwent all the training, huh?
Don't talk to her. She could give us away.
She's not your real mom anyways, Marty. I want to know why you married that old hag.
No offense, Your Honor, but why'd you marry Edna anyway? She's kind of crazy.
Yes, now. But back when we were first dating, her manners was tempered by an ironclad sense of right and wrong. At least, that's how it seemed to me at the time.
She was willing to dynamite people and blow them up.
Once we go back and change history, none of this will ever happen.
I guess.
I'm still going to say that she is the arsonist. When we go back in time again, we might end up being the arsonist, but we'll find out.
What do we do now?
Now we wait for the guards to clear out so we can make a break for your time machine.
Time machine. Wow.
All right, Dad.
He's only about 30 years too late to throw punches, but whatever.
Where is the DeLorean anyway?
I had the wreck towed to my secret lab near Clayton Ravine.
Clayton Ravine, as in Clara Clayton?
Why is that significant?
Well, Clara's kind of supposed to be your wife, so yeah.
Fascinating.
Infraction.
Mom, Dad, no!
You'll be fine. Once we repair the time stream, none of this will ever have happened.
I guess you're right.
You know, I was thinking about this game last night and this morning
Like the coast is clear.
for some reason, and I'm still upset that
Let's
Doc
go fix the DeLorean.
I'm afraid
is
I'll have to do
changed.
that without you, Martin.
That he changed in the middle of time travel.
Why?
Well, from what little I understand of time travel, if you
In the
want
movies,
to
they
build a
changed the time stream, and Doc
London's
didn't
repair of its
change,
original
right?
Some sort of temporal paradox after we return to 1931.
So what am I supposed to do? Just hang out here in Bizarro Hill Valley until you fix the time machine?
Exactly. But don't worry. If things work out according to plan, you won't even notice I'm gone.
You know, for a second there, you sounded almost as confusing as the real Doc.
See? We're making progress already. See you soon, Martin.
I mean, wasn't it in the second movie where
Look, Your Honor.
Doc finds out that he's dead even though
and
he's
you
in the
might wanna
future
stay off
still
the
or
streets
something
for a
like
few
that?
seconds.
Stay off the street. Citizen Brown? Emmett?
Okay. So... Question now, how the hell do I get out of this thing? There we
He's
go.
not coming back, you know.
What
God.
are you talking about?
Emmett, without me to guide him, he's almost useless. Before I found him, he was a miserable failure who never finished anything. But with me to inspire him, look at what we've built.
You know, Doc's real wife is much cooler than you are. She's a school teacher.
Not the only inspiration in Doc's life, you know. In my timeline, he married one of the sweetest women of the 19th century.
Sweetness. Yeah. Emmett needs discipline to stay focused. He's so easily distracted.
I'm guessing Edna's the type of person who would use a ruler to kind of slap Doc around and keep him in line. And he is capable of doing great things without you.
You think you've inspired Doc? I'll have you know that without you, Emmett Brown is destined to build a time-traveling DeLorean and a flying time train.
Preposterous. Emmett couldn't even build a dog feeder without me to guide him.
Yeah, well, he did that, too. Yeah, you've inspired him all right. Inspired him to turn Hill Valley into a bunch of uptight dorks.
I wouldn't expect a delinquent like you to understand.
You know, what type of culture
Okay, Your
does this
Honor.
place have
I'm
anyways?
a little concerned here.
Do they have any art? What?
It worked! Ha-ha! 1 second I'm in the present, the next I'm 6 months in the past. Amazing!
6 months? It took you 6 months to repair the time machine?
6 months, my family fortune, and a sketchy deal with a gang of Libyan nationals. But it was all worth it for this moment. Ah!
Emmett, don't do this. You need help.
Oh, blow out your exhaust, poor dear. Now that I've escaped into the past, your pack of divorce lawyers can't... Mark, how long have you been waiting for me?
A couple of minutes, maybe?
That's curious. I set the repair time circuits to arrive only a couple of seconds after I left. Oh, well, I'm sure there's no need for concern. It's probably just a minor miscalibration of the time circuits.
Probably, Doc.
What's this?
Clothes for our trip. We can't have you traipsing around 1931 in that ridiculous outfit.
Wait, our trip?
You didn't think I was going to let you erase the worst mistake of my life without my help, did you?
I guess Doc has a point. She's just gonna bend over and let it happen here? That does not seem like the Edna I've come to hate.
I run this town.
There's not gonna be a town left by the time we're done.
Time circuit set for August 26, 1931. You ready to go, Your Honor?
Call me, Doc.
So how bad are we gonna screw up the timeline this time, guys? How many times can we go back to 1931, huh? Don't even joke about that.
This is where I last saw him. You, teenage you. You were headed this way, arm in arm with Edna.
Ah, luckily my erstwhile wife was never the type to kiss on the first date. If we work fast and stay focused, we can see to it that our relationship never moves beyond the hand-holding stage. Well, will you look at that? The old town theater.
What about it?
What about it?
I haven't thought about this place in years. The missus made me tear it down back in '71. Said the movies...
I think so, Grimmeth.
Generation. It was all nonsense, of course. I spent countless evenings here in my youth, and it never turned me into a hoodlum. Say, remember Public Enemy? Why, you dirty rat, no good yellow-bellied stool? Never did manage to see Frankenstein, though.
I still think that's what we should do. That's what we should have done from the very beginning. Just go back, get Doc out of jail, fix the timeline, and then be done with it. So, that's the problem, Doc.
That's what caused the whole problem, remember? We've got to get young you to see Frankenstein.
Right, of course. The film that was supposed to set off a chain reaction in my imagination, inspiring with a notion that would launch my scientific career.
Or so you've told me, Marty.
What that notion was?
How could I? It happened in the brain of a different Emmett Brown. An Emmett Brown now erased by the shifting sands of time. Luckily for us, I do know something about my own brain, having lived in it for the past 70-plus years. Once we get my younger self re-inspired by that movie, nothing will distract him from his proper... Great Scott, will you look at that?
The town square?
It's just like I remember it, only dirtier. Oh, the old courthouse.
Come on now, Doc, you need to go inside and check it out. First rule of time travel, Doc, never allow your other self to catch sight of you. It can cause reality to collapse or something.
You mean?
Right behind you. Don't peek. Go on. I'll let you know when you're gone. And don't forget, you're Carl Sagan.
The billions and billions guy?
The suspected arsonist.
Huh?
Just go with it.
Yeah, we're just gonna let the suspected arsonist run into the courthouse. What's the worst that could happen? So, I guess we'll go talk to Emmett here. Somehow we've got to get them to break up. Goddamn romance games. Didn't think I'd be playing a dating simulator again.
You show up at the oddest moments. Where have you been hiding?
Oh, in the dystopia you created.
Oh, you know, here and there, you're a little hard to pin down yourself. I went looking for you last night, but...
I believe I was off entertaining a beautiful lady. You know, I never really got a chance to thank you.
Well, I'm sure you would have escaped Kid on your own.
Kid? Oh, sure, I'm grateful for that, but no, I'm talking about Edna. It's funny to think of now, but until that crisis, I actually thought Edna and I disliked one another. Imagine.
Oh, God. Trust that first impression, Doc.
Yeah, well, sometimes first impressions are right. The thing is, you shouldn't let Edna distract you from, you know, the business at hand. Finishing your project for the expo and going to see Frankenstein.
Oh, pshaw. I'm far too busy for movies these days.
It's been one day, Emmett.
As for my project, it's practically done.
The rocket car?
The rocket car? Boy, are you out of date. I've junked the rocket car.
But...
more trouble than it's worth. I'll never figure out a propulsion system that does what I want it to do. And besides, its social utility is practically non-existent.
Social utility? You just need an epiphany. That's it.
Figure it out, Emmett. You only need a bolt of inspiration, that's all. Maybe if you went to a...
The mental alignment meter is a much more worthy project.
The what?
It was Edna's idea, and she's really been cracking the whip to get me to complete it in time for the expo.
Emmett, I'm a little confused here.
It's been 1 day, Doc.
What day is it?
Why, it's opening day. The opening day of the expo. Which reminds me, I'd better skedaddle back to the lab. If Edna catches me dawdling, there'll be heck to pay. Catch you around, Corleone.
October 12th. Doc?
That's sucky. At least we got a good view of Marty's backside here. So yeah, we didn't go where we wanted to go. Even though I could have swore Doc said he saw us last night. So what the hell does that mean? We're gonna time travel back in time 1 more day or something?
Come to think of it, it is a bit brisk for August.
Oh, we're 2 months late. The expo's about to start and Teenage You is already in over his head with Edna.
I always did have a tendency to plunge into things.
Let's plunge into the DeLorean and get to the right date.
No, it's far too risky. Remember how I was late picking you up in '86?
Yeah?
That should have been a tip-off. Something is horribly wrong with the time circuits, and the problem appears to be getting worse. If we try to jump now, we could find ourselves stranded in the Cenozoic age. Or worse, the Mesozoic.
Then we're stuck?
For the time being. I'll look into the problem and see what I can do. In the meantime, you can go to work on the other problem.
Right. I'll go to the lab and see if I can talk Teenage You out of...
Impossible. If young me is already as infatuated as you say, you're not going to be able to talk him out of anything. Believe me, I remember. Better to focus on a more clear-headed half of the couple.
Edna, where can I find her?
Where do you think?
So you're saying we need to kill Edna?
Function adequately as a means of conveyance in the first 3 dimensions.
Because that's what I'm hearing, Doc. Quit with your logic, Grimmeth. We've already decided that this game doesn't have any. If I hadn't already dedicated myself to finishing this series, I probably wouldn't.
Do I really have to talk to her? I mean, couldn't I just hang out until you fix the time circuits and... I'll talk to her.
Remember, this Doc is not that great of an inventor.
For someone...
Hey, you! Quit blocking the drive!
God, that guy again?
All of the future contestants need to report to the North Tent.
Why not?
Car of the Future. What could go wrong with having Car of the Future entered into a contest that's going to have numerous publications cover it? Dear God. These guys never should have been granted the keys to time travel. So we've got Arthur here. Let's talk to him first.
Hey, Artie. Officer.
Officer?
Right. Don't blow your cover.
Will you please keep your mind on the task at hand?
Can't talk right now.
Spell it B-R-O-W-N. It's not exactly an obscure name.
I still don't see it on the list. I'm sorry.
Oh, for the love... Let me try this one more time. This is the Hill Valley Science Expo, right?
No, Larian.
First annual. Indeed. The purpose of our fair is to showcase cutting-edge technology.
That's right. And to burnish Hill Valley's reputation as a forward-thinking community.
And yet, you want to exclude the maker of the most revolutionary breakthrough of all.
It's not that I want to, but... oh, dear.
Mr. Corleone, you do pop up at the oddest times. What are you doing here?
You already saw me, actually. Preventing a terrible future.
I need to...
Whatever it is, I hope you don't have to deal with Mr. Stonewall here. His sole function seems to be preventing people from accomplishing their business. Honestly, with him keeping the books, it's a wonder the Tannen gang got as far as they did. Have you seen Emmett?
Can I finish a sentence? No, I've not seen him.
No. Then you've heard all about his big breakthrough, the mental alignment meter.
How if I haven't seen him?
And to think, he didn't even realize the import of his discovery until I pointed it out to him. I've never known anyone like him. So oblivious
More
to
dialogue
his potential.
choices that don't matter.
I wanted to talk to you about Emmett and his potential.
Funny, I didn't spot it myself at first. In fact, for the longest time, I thought I didn't even like him.
Yeah.
You don't like him. Yeah, what does attract you to him?
I don't get it. I mean, Emmett's nice and all, but he's not exactly the kind of guy that has girls swarming all over him.
Well, I'm not your average girl.
Yeah, but...
I appreciate your concerns, Mr. Corleone, but I can take care of myself. I know what I'm looking for in a man, and it so happens Emmett fits the bill to a T. That's Emmett Brown. Rhymes with clown, which I'm beginning to think you are.
Just a simple mix-up, I'm sure.
I've no doubt of that.
Okay. Let's talk to Guy. That's all he is. He's Guy.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
When does the expo
Not
open?
till tonight. Anybody without official business here, please get off the grounds! You got official business here?
Yeah.
Well, stay out of the way of the workers. You look familiar. Do I know you?
Nope.
Yeah, you thought I was trying to steal your girlfriend, and you made an ass out of yourself twice. Let's see. Arthur. Just gonna run around a little bit more. Maybe we just need to sabotage the expo so that it never happens.
It's not as nice as my truck back in '86. Jeez, I hope I still have a truck back in '86.
Okay. I said don't get in the way of the workers. I'm guessing that's not actually something I have to worry about. I'm gonna talk to Doc real quick. Then maybe we'll go talk to Artie and Edna again, since that's probably what I have to do.
Well?
I talked to her.
And?
She says she knows what she's looking for, and it's you.
Because you're easily manipulatable.
It wasn't me. Marty, we don't belong together.
You don't have to tell me that.
Find out exactly what her requirements are. I can almost guarantee you that I don't fit them.
You guys spent, what was it? Good Lord, probably 50 years together, Doc? You probably do.
You said that Emmett fits your bill of requirements for a man.
Yes?
What would that list be exactly?
You'd make a good reporter, Mr. Corleone, you know that? Well, his physical appearance for one thing. Emmett may not be Clark Gable, but he cleans up surprisingly well. I gave him my grandfather's white suit to wear at the expo. Oh, you should see him in it. He looks positively radiant.
Looks good.
I'm gonna gag.
Got it.
And he's completely devoted to me. That's important. I've got no time or tolerance for playboys.
Faithful as a Labrador. Check.
Thirdly, and most important...
Yes?
Well, his mind, of course. It's brilliant, and it's virtuous through and through. His own mind map shows him to be a model citizen.
Good brain, I see. And if it turned out that you were mistaken about any of these qualities...
Say, what's your game?
Just curious, just trying to understand the female mind.
Well, understand this. I'm not some faint-hearted girl who'd run away at the first hint of trouble. I've made a big investment in Emmett. Not money, but I've sunk all my ambitions into him. I'd have to be thoroughly disillusioned before I'd call it quits with Emmett. Got it? Now, Mr. Cub Reporter, is there anything else?
Let's see. It's good Emmett settling down. What's a mental alignment meter?
What the heck is this mental alignment meter of Emmett's?
Oh, it's an absolutely revolutionary invention. Measures a person's affinities. What he's attracted to, what he's repulsed by, that sort of thing.
Interesting. And it really works?
Well, of course. What's the point of inventing something that doesn't work? Or, anyway, it works well enough for my purposes.
What are your purposes? I didn't... Wait, Emmett's a chick magnet?
Rather hard for me to picture Emmett as a chick magnet.
Chick magnet?
A guy who gets the girls, you know, motors running.
Motors?
Who makes them, you know.
You mean a chic?
Yeah.
Well, it's a matter of taste, I suppose, but when he's properly pomaded and decked out in my grandfather's white suit, Emmett just glows. Makes my heart flutter a bit just to picture him.
So yes, we need to find that suit and ruin it. Wasn't there a laundromat somewhere back in town? I'm guessing the suit is there to be cleaned. But you know, you don't know Emmett like I do.
You say you know Emmett is a model citizen, but you don't know him as well as I do. Did you know he once cheated some Libyans out of plutonium?
Plutonium? What would Libyans want with plutonium? I'm sure he had a very good reason. Emmett's mind map demonstrates conclusively his brain is oriented toward virtue.
And he stole a train, too. He's a train robber, that's right.
This one time, to power one of his science experiments, Emmett hijacked a train.
Please, there hasn't been a train hijacking in Hill Valley since the days of Mad Dog Tannen.
Mm-hmm. So, whatever.
Emmett's done a lot of shady things in his time.
We're gonna keep shit-talking Emmett here.
Away from him.
Your vice principal sounds like a dolt.
Okay, well, whatever. We're out of here.
That's all the questions I got.
Very well, then.
Hey, it's Trixie.
Hey, Artie. You seen my Oriole?
You mean this?
Yeah, thanks.
What?
She gets to come and go freely, and I'm forced to wait. I love it.
Do we need to have Emmett get eyes for Trixie now?
Hey, Artie.
I'm gonna try talking to Artie, get him in trouble.
Can't talk right now.
Okay, whatever. Maybe we won't. He's a McFly, of course. Okay. No spine, all that. You should just tell her to shove off.
Back. Give me the full report.
She says she likes you because you've got a virtuous mind, you look good in a suit, and you're completely faithful to her.
Damn, she's got me dead.
So,
well, you'll just have to find a way to change.
We need to make Doc cheat with Trixie, dirty his suit,
Do you need any help?
and ruin his virtuous mind somehow. Let's see. Edna really doesn't like Trixie. I'm pretty sure she's jealous of her good looks.
Edna doesn't seem to care much for Trixie Trotter.
She never could get past the fact that Trixie had been Kid Tannen's mom.
Okay, well, I don't care about anything else. Let me guess, I can't actually leave this place, can I? Crap. Can we take the DeLorean back to town?
Have you figured out what's wrong with the time circuits?
Not sure. Possibly. It seems to me to be a simple wiring issue, but I'm double-checking to make sure. All the basic equipment appears to be functional.
Any chance I could borrow the DeLorean? I want to drop in on young you at the lab.
Well, I don't know. The time circuits...
Listen, I promise, I won't take it to 88.
Even so, I'm worried about letting it out of my sight while it's still behaving unpredictably. Tell you what, I'll take it on a test drive 1 minute into the past. If it passes the test, I'll let you borrow it.
Doc, I'm not gonna time travel with it, and you probably shouldn't either.
It worked. Didn't it?
I'm afraid not. In fact, the discrepancy appears to be getting worse. I arrived 6 hours ago.
Oh, too bad.
I didn't want to risk undoing any of the work you've done thus far, so I kept out of sight. But the time lag wasn't entirely a waste.
Really?
I stopped by the hardware store and bought the part for a chronometric analyzer.
What?
What?
A diagnostic device. See, I plug it into the time circuits and set them to cycle. When the green light goes off, I should have the data I'll need to understand the scope of the problem.
Hey, no driving the exhibits off the lot!
Looks like you'll have to find another set of wheels if you want to get to the lab.
Well, it looks like that expo has opened. And Trixie is out there doing her best to be a mascot. Let's talk to her. Hello, Trixie.
To all who approach these hallowed halls, I bid thee welcome. To all who approach these hallowed halls, I bid thee welcome. To all who... Oh, hiya, kid. Say, aren't you the fellow who...
Got you to turn on Kid Tannen? You bet.
You look younger without your mustache. That was a dirty trick, you know, making me think Kid had gone and iced Artie.
I'm sorry, but it was the only way I could...
Forget about it. I'm trying to. Yesterday's in the past. That's my motto. You gotta live for today.
Right.
Unless you've got a
What are
time
you
machine.
doing down here anyway? Do you wish to pull the levers that control the future? At the expo, silly. Technology for a better tomorrow.
I'll push some
Let's call
buttons.
Oh, yeah, that's actually why I'm here.
Okay, let's see. Help me make Edna jealous. How's Kid? Have you heard anything about him?
How's Kid's trial going?
Slowly. You know what they say. The wheels of justice grind slowly, but infinitely fine.
Except in Hill Valley, where they don't move at all.
What?
Nothing. It's just, something I heard once. So no regrets about turning him in?
None at all. I should have known better than to take up with him in the first place. But what can I say? I was dumb. I let myself get taken in by his charm.
Charm?
Really? Girls just like guys like that, I guess, at Trixie? Is that what you're trying to say? For some reason, just saying it helped me make Edna jealous doesn't seem like it's gonna fly. So what are you doing?
So who are you supposed to be?
Don't you know your Homer? I am Techni Muse of Progress. You can tell by the lightning bolts.
Must have slept through that class.
I'm supposed to be a goddess-like. I'm the one who inspires all the great men who make the discoveries. And women, too. Leave us not forget Madame Curie.
I never would. So you work for the expo?
Yeah, ain't it a kick? I greet all the important guests. And on the final day, I get to bestow the golden sundial on the winning contestant.
Just keep flushing it out with vodka or water, Grimmeth. Your choice. Let's see. So Artie works here too, huh?
So Artie's working for the expo too, huh?
Oh, Artie's doing swell.
I'll ask her to make her jealous here in a minute. Just want to exhaust everything else first.
The trial. The expo's darn lucky they could get him.
Okay, so what does Artie do
What's
here?
What's Artie's job?
Oh, he's a real high muckety-muck at the expo. He's in charge of all the money, and the hiring and firing.
Hey, not bad.
You're telling me, and super respectable, too. It's a real relief for him to have a job where the boss never pulls a gun on him.
So far, so I'm glad you and Artie are happy.
It's good to see that you and Artie are both doing okay.
We're more than okay. And if things keep going the way they're going, we may be more than just friends before you know it.
Well,
really?
Don't get too serious too fast.
Nah, we're keeping things casual, for now.
Good. I'm sure Grandma will appreciate that.
Pretty sure she is your grandma. Because we never did find out who Sylvia was. Let's see. Yeah, help me make Edna jealous.
Listen, I've got a proposal for you. I have this friend, right?
No dice. I'm only seeing Artie now.
It's not like that. See, my friend's in a relationship with Edna Strickland.
Oh, poor schmuck. I wouldn't wish her on anyone.
Then you see where I'm coming from. He won't listen to reason, but I thought she might call it off if she thought he and you were, you know.
Ah, you are an evil imp, ain't ya?
Sometimes a guy's got to resort to underhanded tricks. What do you say?
Sorry.
Oh.
Edna might be a pill, but if I play dirty tricks on every dame who disapproves of me, well, I'd play a lot of dirty tricks. Besides, such stunts are beneath the dignity of Techni Muse of Progress.
I guess that's true. Please?
Look, my friend Emmett really needs help.
The one who's going out with Edna Strickland? You're darn right he needs help.
I'm not asking you to actually seduce him. Just make her think that you two have a thing going. It'll drive her crazy.
I guess it would.
So?
I wouldn't do that to another girl unless I was good and mad at her. And besides, it might tarnish my image as a muse.
Okay, and it would probably also make Artie mad too.
From this Chamber of Wonders, we bid you a fond adieu.
And at that point, then Marty would just cease to exist, perhaps. What? Train of the future.
My future wouldn't be built so shoddily.
Hi, Miss Strickland. I was just...
Break what you like, Mr. Corleone. It's no skin off my nose. Just keep away from Emmett's booth. Speaking of whom, I better go see what's keeping him.
Let's see. You know, I'll check on him for you. You need to stay here and get the paperwork finalized.
I'll go check on him for you. I was just heading there anyway.
No, you weren't.
We'll get her mad at some point, guys.
Another distraction at the 11th hour.
But...
Not another word. I've got the rest of the day all mapped out.
Miss Strickland!
I'm sorry, I don't recognize you. Heavens, you shaved off your hair, but... Carl Sagan?
I'd like a word with you, if I may.
I'm not sure it would be seemly for me to be seen in the company of an alleged arsonist.
I think it may be in your best interest. You see...
Let's go somewhere where we can talk privately.
He said, I know what you're up to.
Go. I'll keep her occupied till you get back.
Okay, well, at least we got a skateboard now. I'm not even going to bother pressing those buttons. I'm not going to try to get her fired.
Hang on, Emmett. Hope you're ready for a big breakup.
And there we go.
Emmett?
Was that Kid?
Thanks again for your assistance, Detective Parker.
Detective? What the hell is Kid doing here?
Nothing criminal, I assure you. I was just getting a mind map of Mr. Tannen for our exhibition at the Expo. The authorities wouldn't allow Edna and I to stage a demonstration of the mental alignment meter with a violent felon, but this little baby is just as good. Okay, let's see now what's next. Check the stew, sort the maps. Ooh, I almost forgot that.
Edna really is cracking the whip, isn't she?
Well, yes, but she's got my best interests at heart. Without her, I can get so distracted. Did she send you down here to check up on me?
Yeah, she wanted to come herself, but...
She's busy too, I know. Well, you're a poor substitute for Edna's lovely features, but make yourself at home.
Thanks.
No thanks are necessary. Without you, I'd never be where I am now. In love with the woman of my dreams. And a mere 6 hours from my first public triumph as a scientist. Wait a minute. 6 hours? Jumping Jehoshaphat, I'm running out of time!
I think we need to switch those punch cards right there. Let's see, Emmett's mind map and Kid's mind map. You're damn right we need to switch them.
The mind of a degenerate criminal.
It's Kid Tannen's mind map, as captured by our mind map helmet.
You could tell he's a criminal just by looking at this?
No, but when it's fed into the mental alignment meter...
Degenerate criminal.
Weird nothing. It's science.
Okay. The question is, how do I get him distracted enough so that I can actually switch those around and give him a
I'd be careful of that if I were
dirty
you.
mind?
Why?
The rocket fuel experiment must have stripped one of the teeth in the hand crank. As a consequence, if you turn it for more than 10 seconds, it... Ow! Sends out an electric shock.
Why is that light on his helmet flashing? The scientist that caught Kid Tannen.
It's the placard we'll be putting in front of our booth at the Expo.
The scientist that caught Kid Tannen?
A small exaggeration, but Edna says it'll attract investors. What do you think of the picture?
It's not so good, Doc.
You look a little... constipated.
Yeah, we'll try that.
Edna said I looked intense.
Yeah, intensely focused
We'll
on...
go click on more things and he'll get dirty eventually.
I'll have to find a better one. Unfortunately, there's a lot to choose from.
Heavy.
Extremely. Mother has been rather obsessive about photographically cataloging my life.
Okay, so let's make him look absolutely ridiculous too.
Hey, Emmett, what's cooking?
We need to get the stew pot to blow up on his suit. There we go.
Hassenpfeffer.
Rabbit stew. The trick is to add the cumin an hour after the carrots. Take a whiff. Isn't that just about the best thing you've ever smelled in your life?
It's, powerful, yeah.
I've got it on a slow boil for later.
Okay, now the light is flashing green. What the hell?
What's this?
That's a can of used motor oil, rocket fuel waste, and assorted chemical sludge left over from my abandoned rocket car.
Gross.
Accounting doesn't enter into it, but it is disgusting. Would you mind disposing of it on your way out?
Sure.
Okay, so what happens if we get shocked with that in our pocket?
How goes the bacteria farm?
Not so hot. The bacteria have kind of gotten out of control. I had to put a clamp on the nitrogen tube to keep the stench from flooding the lab.
Okay.
Ew.
Ugh. Did the clamp fall off again?
Yeah.
Put it back on.
So maybe now we just made him stinky.
I don't even know why I keep that bacteria tank around. Every time the clamp falls off the nitrogen tube, it takes a couple of minutes before I can get the stench out of the air. Whew.
I still have no idea.
How does the mental alignment thing work?
Here, I'll show you.
Hey.
The test subject wears this mind mapping helmet, which probes the brain by measuring fluctuations in skin conductance and electrical resistance on the surface of the parietal lobe.
Uh-huh.
When I turn on the mind mapping helmet with this radio switch, the subject is exposed to a series of visual stimuli intended to provoke a series of positive or negative responses, as indicated by these lights on the helmet.
Hey, is that?
As the responses are recorded, they're relayed to this special typewriter, which prints out a punch card that represents the subject's mind map.
All I see is a bunch of holes.
Well, to you, maybe. But to our mental alignment meter, this mind map is nothing less than a peek into your subconscious. Observe as I place your mind map into the MAM.
Layabout, is that machine calling me a slacker?
No, your own physiological responses did.
Okay, so somehow the things we're doing are getting a positive and negative response out of him. Let's go ahead. Record player. Or we'll just flip the switch there. So maybe we need to input a card into that while we're getting all these lights to go off. Stack of mind flaps.
What's this?
The mind map cards from the dozens of subjects I've tested during the last few weeks. I've got to get them sorted before the expo begins.
Why?
Edna's got this grand scheme to catalog all of Hill Valley citizens by their mental alignment. Isn't that cute?
Not really.
It's kind of creepy, Doc. So, we've got the mind map printer, the mental alignment meter. There's the switch for it. A slide advancer. Thought I clicked on the slide advancer, not the switch again. Hang on. Okay, those are the slides, never mind. A little bit slow on the uptake here. Mind map. So that does the same thing as the slide advancer, maybe? More or less close to it. Let's talk to Emmett. I haven't actually talked to him yet.
In fact, I've got several.
So, how serious? You invented this in 2 months? Yeah, what's with the new clothes?
What's with the new threads?
You like them?
You look like Colonel Sanders.
Who?
Never mind.
Edna gave them to me. She says my usual clothes don't have enough zing for a public exhibition.
Well, in here we're going to prove that Doc has a poor moral compass, and we're going to dirty his suit, either with the oil in my pocket or with that stew that's going to boil over and blow up on him. One of those two. How are things with you and your dad?
How are things between you and your father? I'm kind of surprised he hasn't torn down your lab yet.
He's still angry with me and threatening to cut me out of his will, but I'm hoping that the civic potential of my mental alignment meter will win him over.
Okay.
Can't believe you invented all this in 2 months.
Well, like I said, there's not really a whole lot of inventing going on here. I just dressed up a $5 potentiometer with a lot of bells and whistles.
But
don't get me wrong, it does a remarkable job of telling whether a subject is currently liking or disliking what they're experiencing. But all the extra stuff about sorting out criminals from model citizens is mostly a bunch of hooey at this point.
So, you and Edna, how serious are you guys?
Well, we both enjoy a good joke every now and then, but I'd say on the whole we're fairly serious people. Why do you ask?
No. What I mean is, how serious is your relationship?
Oh, well, as a scientist, I can't state this with 100% confidence, but I'm provisionally certain that I'm head over heels in love.
Shit.
Really? With Edna?
What can I say? She's my muse. In the weeks since we've been courting, she's given me so many wonderful ideas.
Is all this new stuff what you're showing off at the expo?
Yes. It's our mental alignment meter.
Mental alignment meter? What's a mental alignment meter?
It's the most revolutionary piece of technology since the cotton gin.
What does it do?
It reads and interprets the subconscious desires of the human mind.
You just told me it's hogwash.
Why would you want to probe people's minds?
Why wouldn't you? Imagine being able to diagnose mental disorders with a flick of a switch, or detect the truthfulness of courtroom testimony merely by connecting a witness to a small portable device.
The machine does all that?
Not yet. Frankly, right now the whole thing's just a gussied-up potentiometer. But with years of refinements and a whole lot of investors, the MAM will be able to identify countless psychosis and neurosis, alcoholism, acrophobia, Oedipal complexes.
And?
And then we can set about curing them, of course.
Of course. Anyway.
Good lord. Are you sure about Edna?
You sure Edna's the right woman for you?
She's a bit uptight. Yeah, she's a control freak, she's a cold fish, she's dangerous.
Don't you think she's a little controlling?
Controlling? Edna? No. She's just giving me a little much-needed guidance. Before I met her, I was such a flibberty-gibbet, always getting distracted by the slightest stray idea. But now, thanks to Edna, I stay focused on the task in front of me, like a narrow-band stream of stimulated photon emissions. Focused!
Isn't she a little cold?
Don't let the schoolmarm exterior fool you, buddy. Edna's got enough warmth to raise a liter of water from 0 to 100 degrees centigrade. Know what I mean?
Nope.
I kinda wish I didn't.
Exactly.
I don't know. I just think Edna might be a little dangerous.
Oh, I agree.
You do?
Like all independent women, she's a danger to the patriarchal status quo. That's one of the things I love about her. She shakes things up.
You have no idea.
Doc, if only I could tell you.
I just think you should be careful, that's all.
Thanks for the concern, but I'll be fine.
Okay, so... whatever.
You look busy. Why don't we talk later?
Sure thing.
Now to figure out the clicky puzzle in here.
Tannen's mind. If Emmett's map looked like this, I bet Edna wouldn't think he's such a model citizen.
Exactly, so... Why don't I just switch the two?
If I'm gonna take Emmett's mind map, I'd better replace it with another one.
Why don't we just swap it with kids? That would be absolutely fine by me. Okay, the problem is I don't know how to get the punch cards in here so that I can actually use them.
What's this typewriter do again?
During a mental arts.
Seems
Actually, it was all rather easy to put together. Once Edna gave me the idea.
Sounds to me like you should be working on harder problems then.
What? Sorry, I'm...
Yes. Like, where's the blank?
So this machine takes
mind
these little
maps
cards and tells you whether or not someone's a good guy or bad guy?
Kind of. Actually, the helmet does all the work. The mental alignment meter is just a glorified arcade machine.
So why not just go with the cards?
Edna says that people respond well to flashing lights and snap judgments. I can't argue with that. Every time I kiss her, I see flashing lights and lose all sense of judgment.
No kidding.
That's disgusting, Doc. Guys, I don't see any empty punch cards here. List of Emmett's strengths. Click on those, doesn't do anything. What, this stack? I already clicked on it.
This thing reads Emmett. This thing... Mind if I...
Go ahead.
Assholes. Where's the blank ones at, though? Hooligan.
Ah, that'd be Mr. Needleman's card. I'll just put this in the stack with the other hooligans.
Looks like you got a lot of hooligans.
Yeah, about 90% of Hill Valley thus far. It's a little disturbing.
Maybe your machine is just wrong. So yeah, those aren't the ones I can actually use. Record player. Maybe I need to put some good music on.
I Don't Care by Trixie Trotter?
Edna doesn't approve that sort of music, but I find it very soothing.
I don't think I can keep the helmet on, though. He took it right back.
Hey, Emmett, I've got an idea.
What?
Why don't I take your photo album over to Edna so she can pick out your new picture?
That's a great idea. She's got a better eye for these things than I do anyway. Thanks, pal.
Don't mention it.
Okay. Could have swore I saw something else over here. Yeah, I'm not gonna leave just yet. Wait, no.
Hey, could we watch Frankenstein on this?
Sorry, Michael, but I need this projector to trigger positive and negative visual stimuli for my mental alignment tests. Besides, a movie like Frankenstein should really be watched on a big screen, don't you think?
Well, again, the problem is I am pretty sure I know what to do. I just don't know where Maybe we have to do it when he's not... No, because he has to be here in order to actually complete the punch card for us.
Looks like you got a...
God damn it, just click on everything again. When in doubt, fucking click.
Nothing happened.
Well, that button advances the slides during the mind mapping test. It only works while the test is running.
Really? Hello, Nylon. You're not missing much. Just fumbling around with this. Is that Edna? Yes, it is. Mind map helmet. I actually can click on it.
So when it's turned on, that helmet can really read your mind?
Not really. It's actually a little more than a simple Wheatstone bridge, measuring galvanic skin responses to various sensory stimuli.
Like those pictures you showed me?
Precisely. The theory is that good citizens will have positive reactions to positive figures, while bad citizens will have positive reactions to negative figures, and so on.
And it really works?
So far.
Emmett?
Yeah? Hey.
Okay. So he obviously didn't want that thing turned on.
You get back to work. We'll catch up later.
Thanks.
Anyways, let's flip this back on. Maybe it'll automatically suck a card into it. Here, while we've got that turned on, the slides turned on and everything, let's also... I haven't screwed with the generator in a bit.
No! It's a picture of Edna. Since Emmett's got the hots for her, I guess she's supposed to provoke a positive response.
Yeah, but it's not. It's now red, so...
Emmett's helmet can tell how someone's reacting to the pictures he projects on the wall. I wonder if it would react to something other than pictures.
Yeah, it's been reacting to all types of stuff.
Ah, that's the stuff.
So we can move it left and right. He loves the smell of stew.
Careful, don't let all the flavor escape.
Okay, so what are we, are we gonna train him here? Is this what's going on? Should I leave the picture of Edna up and then just keep shocking him? Yeah, we're gonna be training him like Pavlonian style. Okay. So, I don't actually have to print any cards out. I guess that they're gonna do this test at the expo, and then that's when the test results will pretty much doom him. Now, is that really John Wilkes Booth? Where's that Edgar Allan Poe? Okay, so we want that green.
According to Emmett, this thing prints out...
Now, I think we should leave John Wilkes Booth green. Let's go ahead and advance the slide. Yeah, wait, it is John Wilkes Booth. Okay, I kind of forgot that you could do that.
I know that. That's John Wilkes Booth, the guy that shot Lincoln. So, I guess he's supposed to be a negative figure.
But he's totally a positive, so we're gonna leave that green. Yeah, I'm gonna have to turn that stupid music off. Quit dancing, Emmett. Okay.
No, don't turn it off. This is my favorite part.
Okay, then fine. I'll leave it on. I'm gonna shock you until you wet yourself. How about that? You can do this the easy way or the hard way, Emmett. I guess you're gonna choose the hard way. And what do we have next? I don't even know if I'm triggering this right. Or if I'm supposed to have him on the next color when I flip to it. God damn you, Trixie. You're ruining everything. It's a photo of Tannen. It's green, so let's just leave it. Really? How should he feel about cross-dressing children? Guys, I'm getting confused. A photo of an innocent-looking child. I'm thinking maybe we should take this negative. It's a photo of an innocent-looking child.
Hey, I remember that picture from Edna's apartment in 1986. It's a kid and a relative of Edna, so it's probably a positive figure.
Yeah, so we need to take that negative.
Ow!
Okay. I guess we just click on the slide and Marty tells us what it should be anyways. When in doubt, shock the doc. Doc likes it, Grimmeth. He may not want to admit to it, but he likes it. Okay. And it's a photo of Trixie. Of course, that needs to be green. That's, yep. Well, I hope we got what we wanted.
I think your mind map test is broken.
Oh, well, that switch just keeps shorting out on me. No time to fix it now. I'll have to take care of it at the expo.
Looks like I'm not going to be doing any more mind maps. I guess I'll test this out and hope for the best.
Yeah, well, since we're not going to be doing any more mind maps, it damn well better work. Sorry, you have failed for the first time.
Bingo! Now Emmett's mind map is as bad as Tannen's. Now all I have to do is swap this out with Emmett's original mind map and Emmett's own machine will do him in.
Okay. I'm guessing it's not going to be as easy as just swapping this out. I'm definitely going to try.
Okay, Emmett. Get ready to meet the new you.
Guess it is.
What? I almost left behind my mind map card. We're going to show it off at the expo as a rare example of a model citizen. Edna kill me if I forgot that.
She might kill you anyway when she gets a look at that mind map. Once Emmett gets to the expo, I'll try to figure out how to get him to put his card in the mental alignment meter. But for now, I better concentrate on making Emmett a slob who cheats on his girlfriend.
Yeah, we really should. So, what if I just...
Hey, Emmett, I've got a... Whoa! Whoops.
It was as easy as just clicking on it?
I'm sorry.
Are you serious?
Ruined. Edna's gonna be royally PO'd.
Wrong.
What?
When Edna gave me this suit, I realized that the probability of me keeping it clean was infinitesimally remote, so I spent a few hours whipping up this.
God damn it, Doc.
What was that?
A chemical compound capable of wiping the grime off any surface.
Emmett, you'll make a fortune.
Not anytime soon, I'm afraid. Due to an inherent instability in its molecular makeup, after 12 hours, the cleanser's component chemicals break down into a series of cloth-shredding enzymes, rendering it unsuitable for commercial use.
Wait a minute. Does that mean your suit's gonna dissolve in 12 hours?
Hey, gods, no. The solution dissipates into the air after it's applied. But it does mean that after this batch of cleanser ages another 11 hours and 53 minutes, it would eat away this suit faster than 1,000 starving moths. And that would be a crisis of unimaginable proportions.
Why?
Because this suit belongs to Edna's grandfather, who wore it on his wedding day. Poor guy was gunned down just a few years later.
Emmett?
Well, enough wool gathering. Back to work.
Yeah. Cleanser shower. So by the time we go back, Doc should have the time machine fixed.
Portable.
It isn't, but this is.
A perfume bottle?
Yes. No. I mean, yes, it's a perfume bottle, but inside is a concentrated dose of my all-purpose cleanser. With a little luck, this should last me through the next 12 hours before its component chemicals break down into a series of cloth-destroying enzymes.
Clever.
Okay. So we just need to take that, right?
What the hell is that?
What?
Sorry, I thought I saw a tarantula.
I guess let's just get out of here now.
What?
I was just thinking about the future. All that talk about Edna's grandfather made me realize something.
Please let it be something about lightning.
Life can be short, sometimes brutally so. So why not seize the day and grab your happiness while you can?
I'm not sure I like where this is going.
I was saving this for next Valentine's Day, but why should I? I know what I want.
Emmett, no.
I'm gonna ask Edna to marry me. Right now.
Come on.
Oh, right. I'll wait until tonight at the expo. It'll be much more romantic that way. Just think. By this time tomorrow, Edna and I will be engaged, and we'll be...
Is that a pile of shit with a gem on top of it?
And I owe it all to you.
You're welcome.
Okay, well now I'm incredibly disappointed. Can we steal the ring so that he can't give it to her? Where's that ring at? Well, that's the bad news for today.
I've got to go out for a while.
I thought Edna sent you to make sure I wasn't getting distracted.
Oh, you'll be fine.
You're totally not getting distracted because she's still got you pussy whipped, even though she's not here. This picks up after Back to the Future 3. Actually, Metal Slime.
Doc said to tell him when the light on his diagnostic thingy went green. Nope, no green light yet.
Okay. Wait. Can I talk to Doc?
Hey, Doc. I mean, Mr. Sagan.
Excuse me a moment, Miss Strickland. I've got her neutralized for the moment. How's the plan proceeding on your end?
Bad news, Doc. Let's see, I found the spray bottle.
I swiped this from Emmett's, your lab.
My
It's
anti-stick, anti-stain formula. I remember it well. I had high hopes for that concoction, until I discovered that it decays into a cloth-shredding enzyme after 12 hours.
That's what your younger self said.
Okay. The light's still not green.
That gizmo you've got hooked up to the DeLorean?
The chronometric analyzer?
Yeah, the light's still red.
The analysis can take a while. Be sure to let me know when the light turns green, and I'll take her out for another test run.
Oh, dear Lord. You never ever looked at anyone else, you in that suit. He's going to ask her to marry him tonight.
News, Doc. Emmett's going to ask Edna to marry him tonight.
But that's not how it happened. She didn't get me to propose until much later, that night at the lake.
Something I said must have caused him to move up the timetable.
Great Scott! This time travel business is trickier than I imagined.
Well, maybe she'll say no then. The time's not right. Doc's plunging into it. What about you in that suit?
Edna made a point of saying that teenage you looked great in her grandfather's suit.
I did cut a fine figure in that suit. She hated it when I got it dirty.
Okay, did you ever lose the suit?
You could talk teenage you into losing the suit.
I doubt it. I knew how much that suit meant to Edna, and at that time my only desire was to please her.
Is it true that you only had eyes for Edna?
At that time, I'm afraid so. I always tended to idealize the opposite sex. I was educated in a boys' school, and Jules Verne was always a little sketchy with female characters.
You haven't got time for a therapy session, Doc.
We need to take that perfume bottle for a ride in the DeLorean, and then we spray it on Doc, or he sprays it on himself, and then he's going to be naked in the expo, and he's going to be a degenerate, filthy criminal. Let's see.
You know how that mental alignment meter of yours pegged you as a model citizen? Well, wait till you...
Stop! You're going to tell me about one of your schemes to make Edna break up with me, aren't you?
Yeah, see, Edna thinks...
I don't want to hear it. I know it's in the service of a good cause, but I still can't bear to know the details of my younger self's impending heartache.
I don't know. I honestly, if my understanding of time travel means anything, I don't think we can ever get our Doc back. We'll get a Doc similar to him back, but our Doc never went through the heartache with Edna. He never even dealt with Edna, really. So, anyway, Doc. Hello, Roxanne. I got this spray bottle here.
I swiped this from Emmett's, your lab.
My
It's
anti-stick, anti-stain formula. I remember it well. I had high hopes for that concoction, until I discovered that it decays into a cloth shredding enzyme.
Yes.
That's what your younger self said.
I already know that. Okay.
I suggested a little scheme to Trixie, but I don't know if she's gonna go along with it.
Pursue whatever strategies you like, but please don't tell me the details.
Okay. So, let's go ahead and talk to Artie. He's no longer being tied up by Edna.
Hey, Artie.
Hey, Mr. G-Man.
G-Man.
How's the, undercover operation?
If everything goes as planned, we should be wrapping things up real soon now.
Well, when it's time for me to play my part, just say the word.
Have you met Sylvia yet?
You haven't met Sylvia yet, have you?
My contact person? Not yet. Is he or she at the expo?
I don't think so, and I'm pretty sure it'll be a she.
Okay. Let's see. How's, Trixie sure looks nice,
I
don't
like
she?
Trixie's new outfit.
Cost the expo $14.89, but it was worth every penny. After all, she's the public face of the expo. Techne, muse of progress.
What if we throw the oil on her outfit? And get her fired? I don't know. That seems like an asshole-ish thing to do.
So you're the registration guy for the expo?
I don't like the thought of ruining Trixie's life, too.
Hey, you're coming up in the world.
And none of it would have happened if I hadn't responded to that subpoena.
I don't suppose you miss working for Kit Tannen.
No sirree, Bob. I don't know how I ever got mixed up with an abusive, gun-toting thug like that. He even stiffed me on overtime pay.
Think the Hill Valley Expo will be a success?
I don't see why not. Why shouldn't California have its own high-technology center?
Keep doing what you're doing, Grandpa.
Grandpa?
That's our, code name for you.
Oh, ha! Funny.
Okay. Real quick. Let's talk to Trixie again.
To all who
I don't need to hear your
Ideas.
speech.
Up here.
So,
Techne, Muse of Progress. Not a bad gig.
Artie got it for me. It's my entree into respectability.
Griffith does not approve of the McFlys.
Whose idea was it to put a science and technology expo in Hill Valley?
Beats me. Artie says it's all bred in circuses. But I ain't seen a single clown yet today.
That's not what it means, Trixie, but you're cute. You're cute for thinking that.
Look, my friend Dan...
The one who's go...
I'm not asking you to actually seduce me. So...
I would just amuse.
See you, Trixie.
Okay. I want to try something. This is probably not going to work. But...
That's not the...
Okay, good. Good. I didn't want to do that to Trixie. I like Trixie too much. I think that other exhibit opened too. Let's talk to Edna here.
Can I talk to you a minute, Miss Strickland?
Surely. Excuse us a moment.
It's like this.
Yeah, I talked to Trixie.
Found out about Trixie Trotter.
Yes?
Apparently they made her some sort of queen of the festival. Techne, the muse of progress.
They didn't. Well, they said this expo would give Hill Valley a reputation. I didn't realize this is what they meant.
What have you got against Trixie?
It's the idea of it. Allowing our city to be represented by a woman like that.
Well, there we go. Now Edna's mad.
As a socially conscious citizen, I demand you discharge that muse.
Trixie? What's wrong with her?
Oh, she's hardly qualified for an honorific post at a public event.
Look, lady, she fits the costume. She's an American citizen, and she managed to memorize all her lines. What more qualifications do you want?
Damn, McFly laying down the law.
Impossible.
Okay. So, you want to get Trixie fired, huh?
You want to get Trixie fired?
One simply can't allow women like that to attain positions of respect in society. It creates a very bad precedent for the future.
Does it?
But try telling it to this poor sap. She's got him completely steamrolled. That's how they operate.
Is it?
Still, I could get her discharged if I had the goods on her. No doubt a woman like that has left a trail of scandal, and I'd find it if I were still a reporter. But I haven't got time to do the legwork now. I'm too busy with Emmett and his invention.
Okay. So you'd get her fired in a heartbeat.
So you wouldn't hesitate to get Trixie fired from her job?
If I had the goods on her. She's obviously got her employer completely bamboozled. The only way to snap him out of his spell would be to show him something really shocking.
That's all the questions
I don't
well,
like this. Honestly. I mean, I've had McFly do a lot of questionable things so far, but Trixie's actually seems to be a good-hearted person.
What's cooking?
Let's see. Never mind.
See ya, Trixie.
Don't be a stranger.
See, she's nice. What do we have here? Hill Valley at the Pass. There's a caveman, huh?
Furs donated by Lamont's House of Ermine. At least they're going to a good cause. You're stuck tight in this tar.
Okay. So what, somehow I need to warm the tar up, or what?
You're stuck tight in this tar.
I've thought about it, Grimmeth.
Press button to experience Hill Valley's primeval past. Okay, if this dinosaur is called a Tanninosaurus, I'm gonna... Oh, whew.
But see, we actually are making moral choices that matter, because we're supposed to be fixing the timeline, so things that we do here will actually stick in the future. It's not like we're going to erase these things. So if I ruin Trixie's life now, whenever we go back to our 1986, Trixie's life will still have been changed.
That volcano looks a lot like the one I did for my 7th grade science fair.
Oh, bugger. What if... I'm sure this won't do anything.
I don't want to...
Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. Now, someone asked about that truck in the background. Yeah, I tried it. It's Cue Ball.
Hey, pal.
Oh, jeez, this guy again.
Funny, I was gonna say the same thing.
So let's see. What are you hauling here?
What kind of stuff have they got you hauling here?
How the heck would I know? Electro this, robo that, dynamo the other. It's all Greek to me.
Shouldn't you be in jail with the rest of kids' gang?
I was, but then an opportunity availed itself and I...
Sang like a canary.
I prefer to think of it as exhibiting an admirable sense of self-preservation.
Good job, Cue Ball.
Will you be playing piano for Trixie later?
Nah.
Why not?
'Cause little Miss Goody Two-Shoes thinks she's too respectable for Cue Ball these days.
You seem kind of angry about Trixie.
Angry? Listen, kid, me and Trixie go way back. I know stuff about her that even kid doesn't know. Stuff that curl your socks.
Really?
Like what?
Oh, yeah. And now to see her flouncing around the place, making like her stink don't smell, it just... well, it just cheeses me off, you know?
I don't think ruining Edna's clothes would do anything.
So what's so, toe-curling about Trixie's past?
Yeah, like I'm gonna tell you.
Oh, come on.
No.
Tell you what, I'll tell you something embarrassing about me first.
Like what?
My mom came on to me. That just does not sound right. You know, I hijacked a train.
Last year, I drove a train off a cliff.
Why'd you do that?
You know, now that I think about it, I'm not really sure. It's a long story.
I tried to
Alright,
ruin
Junior,
Trixie's
you
clothes.
win. That was pretty embarrassing. Almost as embarrassing
How is-
as this.
Is that Trixie?
Yep.
She's not wearing much.
No kidding. She did a lot of these artistic postcards.
How is driving a
few
train
years
off a
ago.
cliff embarrassing?
I got a
That's
whole
fucking
set of them.
awesome.
Can I, have one?
I don't know. You ain't gonna do nothing bad.
I would drive a
are you?
train off a cliff if I
I
could.
promise. I'll only use it for the greater good.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, what is with your teeth?
Hey, what's with your teeth?
My teeth?
Yeah, they're green.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Seriously, what have you been eating?
Seriously, man, what's going on with your teeth?
It's nothing. Nothing.
Oh, crap. What's wrong?
It's these.
Dr. Frinkle's algae cakes?
What?
Crate of them fell off the truck while I was unloading it, and I just can't stop eating them. How was I to know they'd turn my teeth green?
Well, the algae part might have been a clue.
Please don't rat me out to Artie, okay? I really need this job.
No problem, but you better let me keep the cakes.
Sure thing, pal.
What? What the hell?
Hang loose, pal.
You talk funny, mister.
What could I possibly do with algae cakes? Okay. I'm gonna try to use this picture on Trixie. I know it's not gonna do anything, most likely.
I just want to make sure. Is this you on this postcard?
Yeah, that was my first photo shoot. You want me to autograph it?
That's okay.
Okay then. Okay then, this is what we'll do. Let me examine these
It's
first.
a good thing these things never caught on.
Algae cake. There we go.
I'm not giving him this postcard to Trixie.
What? Do we actually have to give it to Edna, the person I hate more than anyone else in the world?
You might want to take a look at this.
Why in the world would I be interested in... Oh, what have we here? Oh, sir! Mr. McFly! It appears your muse has been inspiring more than progress.
Trixie?
Ay, ay, ay.
No, no. What are you doing with a dirty postcard?
What is she doing in a dirty postcard? I swear, Mr. McFly, if that doesn't convince you that Trixie Trotter is unfit to represent Hill
I
Valley...
don't need you to lecture me about who I can or can't hire, Miss Strickland. Trixie's darn good at what she does. I don't care if she was once the winsome wench of Winnipeg. Her past doesn't matter to... Trixie?
What is it, Artie?
You know I don't like to pry, but what state did you grow up in?
Province, Manitoba. Why?
Not even an American.
See, darling, the charter specifically states that the Expo's hostess must be a U.S. citizen, so if you're really a Canadian...
I'm being fired? You are firing me?
I don't want to.
Here, take it back.
Well, I'm glad somebody's listening.
God,
to
we are a
reason.
monster. We're just as bad as Edna.
Let's talk.
Okay then. If that's how it's gonna be.
Trixie?
I'll do it. I'll make that blue-nosed bitty eat her heart out.
That's great. I got it all planned out. When Emmett shows
But
up...
we gotta do it my way.
Huh?
I'm no good with improvising, and I ain't gonna memorize no lines. But I was in this play once. The Parlor-Maid's Predicament. I figure I could lift a scene from that.
Okay.
Only, I need a few props.
Why am I not surprised?
God damn it.
Furs, a big diamond. It doesn't have to be real, understand?
That makes it easier.
And something from this friend of yours, Emmett. Has he got a photo album?
I don't know. Probably.
Better bring it to me.
Furs, a diamond, and Emmett's photo album. And then?
Sit back and watch the fur fly.
Okay, well I know where the diamond is. You have to go all the way back to Doc's place.
I brought Emmett's photo album like you asked.
Let's see. Gee, he's not bad looking. In an egghead kind of way.
Remember, I don't want you seducing him for real.
I ain't a cradle robber, kiddo. How about the furs and the diamond?
I'll get him to you.
Okay, now we just have to figure out how.
Tricks?
Oh, hiya, kiddo. Say, wouldn't it be easiest if I just march up to that Strickland dame and give her a smack in the puss?
Well,
What?
It would be fun to watch, but it wouldn't get her to break up with my friend Emmett.
Oh, right.
I don't want you slapping anyone's puss, Trixie, okay?
How about the furs and the diamond?
I'll get him to you.
That's not... God damn it. Okay, how do we get... How do we get this?
Times may be hard in Hill Valley, but our present worries fade into
Oh, dear Lord,
insignificance
Trixie.
when we ponder our Pleistocene past. Is the wolf knocking at your door? Be glad he's not a Tyrannosaurus, king of the ancient lizards. And if you find yourself drowning in debt, well, you could be drowning in something a whole lot stickier, like the Hill Valley tar pits. This peek into the distant past is brought to you by Lamont's House of Urban, reminding you fur is forever.
Okay. So yes, somehow...
Press button to experience Hill Valley's primeval past.
Well, I want to see the volcano blow up. I want to see the tar pits.
Nah. I don't think...
Okay, yes. Like somebody said, I think you probably gotta feed those to Doc. Ruin his teeth. Can't use the can of oil. Like, how am I gonna heat this tar up so I can get the furs out of it?
You're stuck tight in this tar.
Okay. I already tried the oil. All he says is that he doesn't want to get that dirty. Let's see if the light's green. We're gonna have to run back to Doc's lab anyways to get that diamond.
Nope. No green light yet.
No. The expo is in less than 12 hours. Won't have time.
Emmett.
Michael!
What?
I'm at my wit's end. My portable anti-stick, anti-stain formula's disappeared.
Can't you make more?
There's no time.
Don't worry. I'm sure it'll turn up soon.
Good. There's no way in God's green earth that I'm heading to that expo without it.
So I can keep you away from the expo if I just never give you the formula back, even though you've got a huge vat of it up top. Well, I thought that the diamond was gonna be up there.
No!
Sorry, Doc, I was just testing. Crud. Stew pot. Tool alignment, fish tank. I don't see anything that looks like a diamond anywhere else around here. So scratch that, I had a good idea for like half a second. Let's talk to Doc.
Yeah?
You get back.
Thanks.
Maybe, but I'm never gonna get that ring off of him. He's got it in his pocket somewhere.
Hi, Trix.
Oh.
So.
Blah, blah, blah. I don't like bumping into people actually doing that. Let's just press some buttons here. I haven't pressed all these buttons.
Dreams, Hill Valley, and the Expo would like to remind you that you can find everything you need to transform your dreams into reality at Hal's Hardware. Hal's Hardware, serving our fair city since 1895.
Okay.
And after the rain, what else?
Maybe this diamond right
An
here.
artificial rainbow, reassuring all the good people of Hill Valley that their needs are taken care of.
We just have to walk around to the right
You
angle.
can't reach it.
What do you mean you can't reach it? Okay, let me just press some more buttons. What am I gonna need? Some box to stand on or something?
We'll make it a breeze to feed our burgeoning population. Tired of waiting for Mother Nature to do her job? Just press a button. Presto! An artificial rainstorm drenches the valley's thirsty crops. Of course, our residents will want to venture forth into the fresh air occasionally. And what better excursion than a pleasure ride in this elevated super train of tomorrow?
What train? I don't see one.
The century looks bright for our fair metropolis. Jump with us 50 years into the future for a peek at Hill Valley circa 1981. Courtesy of Hal's Hardware and the collective imagination of mankind. Could this be our venerable town square? Yes, indeed. Though the form looks strange and new, the function remains the same as ever. But where are all the people? Why,
third and fourth, you say?
Will make it a breeze to feed our burgeoning population into the
Bonk.
waiting future Hill Valley to do her job. Citizens, plenty of space to work, play, and artificial rainstorm drenches the valley's thirsty crops.
Yay for audio clipping. Now, about that fur. I think I've got to put something in the volcano, maybe? Hang on.
Times may be hard in Hill Valley.
Go Grimmeth.
Like fur.
Blah, blah, blah. Oh, there's a dinosaur I
Maybe
click
when Real
on.
Doc comes back, we'll take a trip to see a dinosaur.
Maybe you'll shut the fuck up, Marty, because if you go that far back and step on a butterfly or something, you'll just ruin everything. You're not going anywhere. After this is done, you're done time traveling. Okay. Yeah, it's wearing a fur, but it's stuck in the tar pit. Look, you guys want me to use the solvent on it? Here.
That doesn't need cleaning.
See, it doesn't need cleaning. It's not gonna work. I would almost guarantee. If it does, I'm gonna be pissed off. Really?
Good thing I did this before Emmett's 12-hour time limit, where the cleanser might have dissolved the fur. Let's slip out of those furs, shall we?
What? What? It said it cleaned up grime. I don't consider tar like thick, soupy tar to be grime. Good job, guys. I was not gonna try that because it seemed retarded.
Hi, Trix.
Oh, hiya, kiddo. Say, wouldn't it be easiest if I just march up to that Strickland dame and give her a...
Well,
Okay.
So, you got everything you need for your big scene?
How about the furs and the diamonds?
Yes.
I'll get them to you.
I've got your furs and your diamond right here.
Hey, Trixie. Are these furs good enough?
Well, they're a little ratty, but, they'll work. Now bring me that diamond, and we'll be in business.
I have a feeling that this is about ready to be over in the next 10 to 15 minutes.
Voila.
Say, pretty snazzy for a phony rock. Gimme. Keep that up, and I may take a real shine to ya.
I'd rather you take a fake shine to Emmett.
I'm working on it.
So, you got everything you need for your big scene?
Everything except for your friend.
Emmett Brown, the redheaded guy about yay high. He'll be the one with Edna Strickland.
Not for long, he won't.
Great.
Okay, so now we need to go back to Doc's, give him the spray. Let's check this light real quick. This light probably won't come on.
Hey, the light's green.
Never
That
mind.
means Doc can take the DeLorean out again.
Good. Hey, Doc. I need you to go for a spin.
I need to talk to you.
Excuse me, my dear.
What I want to know is find out when pussy actually started meaning pussy. If puss means face, when did that move south? Starting to cough again.
About that gizmo you've got hooked up to the DeLorean?
The chronometric analyzer?
Yeah, the light's gone green.
Wonderful. If the system's checked out, I should be able to take it for another test run. I've got to run a short errand, Miss Strickland. I suggest you think about what I've been saying.
Oh, I will.
You know, honestly, if anybody was going to break them up, it should be Doc. He knows more about Edna than anyone else. He spent, what, 50, 60 years with her?
When did you land this time?
9 hours and 37 minutes ago.
Ouch.
Frankly, it started to get a little difficult to avoid running into myself. Still, the time jump yielded some interesting new data on the flux field. I'll run some more tests and we'll see what we find.
I'm guessing that we've made Swiss cheese out of the time stream continuum so often now that when this ends, there'll be no more time travel ever. That's why the flux dispersal capacitor relay thing is all screwed up. Hang on. Oh crap, yeah, I thought, for some reason I thought that I already did that. I guess I didn't. In my brain, the game automatically gave it to Doc. In reality, that didn't happen.
I don't see any stains on him.
Okay. In that case, do I have to use it in the DeLorean?
It'll be safe in there.
Good lord.
No green light yet.
Did I have to put it in the DeLorean before he went time traveling? Hang on a second.
I need to talk to you.
Excuse me.
Mr. Sagan?
Much of...
Okay.
Yes?
Let's see, the light's green.
Chronometer's gone green again.
I'm gonna lie to him.
Let's hope this time my test run is a success.
We're gonna end up getting Doc killed because we're lying.
Yes, well, you've left me with plenty to think about.
I need to go get some tea here in a second. I'm glad Doc's colorblind too and didn't bother to check the light. I just keep going back and forth through time.
By the look of things...
7 hours. I'm this close to identifying the problem. Guess I better crank up the old chronometric analyzer once more.
So hopefully that's good enough. Wait, there we go.
Doc's trip aged the formula a few hours. Not enough to turn it to acid, though.
Really? But by the time the expo comes along, it will be acid, right? Okay, let's just go lie to Doc one more time. Should be good enough, but apparently we need it to be acid before Emmett leaves his house. Ah, God damn it.
Hey, Carl.
I'm sorry.
Call me.
Right-clicking too often. About that gizmo you've attached to the DeLorean.
That gizmo you've got hooked up to the DeLorean?
The chronometric analyzer?
Yeah. What am I supposed to look for again?
A signal that is... The analysis can take another test.
Oh, I hate you, game. Why does it matter if I check it or not? It's not gonna be green. I'm just gonna lie to him anyways. Let me just lie right out the gate. Okay.
Hey, Carl.
Call me.
Talking about wasting my time, and I don't have a time machine to get it back.
Chronometer's...
Mister.
I shall await your return.
Well, I'm almost out of churro right now, which means I do need to go get some tea here in a minute or two.
Yeah, any luck this time?
Depends what you mean by luck. My arrival time was off again.
By how much?
8 hours this time. Gave me the chance to take in 3 showings of Frankenstein. Good movie. A bit implausible from a scientific perspective, but I can see how my younger self would have been mesmerized.
What about the DeLorean?
Oh, yes. I did get one critical piece of information. The chromium elements in my circuits became unstable during the temporal shift. I should replace them with titanium.
Great.
Now, unfortunately, titanium won't become commercially available till the whole process is perfected in 9 years.
9 years?
But there may be another solution. I'm going to fire up the chronometric analyzer again. Then, while I'm storing it, you can... Uh-oh. Where did it go?
Well, good job.
The lab.
You better get down there before she makes the situation impossible. I'll tend to the DeLorean.
Okay, well, if we have to wait 9 years, I mean, we could always just have them bring back some titanium to us after the expo. Because Doc doesn't want to know the details, foe.
Damn it, I'm back.
Guys, quit sucking face. That's disgusting.
Oh my.
I know what type of lady you are now, Edna.
You know, I thought you were coming down here to keep Emmett focused on his invention.
No, she is. But she's generously scheduled brief canoodling
Don't-
breaks every
don't call it
45
that.
minutes to keep my mind fresh.
Time's up, dear. Let's get back to work.
Shall we?
I hate that word for some reason.
Now, Mr. Corleone, what can I do for you?
Let's see. Carl Sagan wants to talk to you.
Mr. Sagan says he needs to talk to you back at the high school.
He does? Whatever for?
Let's see. He has a lead on the Speakeasy Arsonist. About his invention?
He says he's got a lead on the Speakeasy Arsonist.
He does he? Well, I'm not sure anyone cares about that old story anymore. But I suppose I could spare a few minutes in the service of solving a crime. Will you be all right without me, sweetheart?
It'll be tough, but I think I'll muddle through.
Try to keep him focused. He's so easily distracted.
Don't I wish?
Yes, and before this we were Harry Callahan. So, let's go ahead and give Doc the spray bottle. No, game. Quit dancing around, Doc.
There it is. I've been looking all over for my portable anti-stick, anti-stain formula. Where'd you find it?
Out by the trash.
That's strange. I haven't been out there for hours. Oh well.
Are you gonna spray your jacket? It's looking a little dusty.
Not until it's really dirty. This cleanser doesn't grow on trees, you know. Well, some of the ingredients grow on trees, but the rest are synthesized polycarbonate
Really
detergent
dirty?
blends.
I can do that. I'll wait until you're at the expo to show Edna what a suit-destroying slob you can be.
Well, that's about it.
Okay, good.
Yep. As soon as I get all this stuff loaded into the truck, I'll be ready for the expo. Want to lend me a hand?
How about I go tell Edna you're coming? I'll, get her ready for you to pop the question.
Good thinking. Go on ahead. I'll meet you there.
I really hope this works.
It damn well better work. Because I'm about tired of running around clicking things tonight.
Doc!
So, what's all the activity? Where's Edna?
Where's Edna?
She's inside, setting up her booth. It's almost time for the opening ceremony.
Holy jeez, I better work fast. I think I got it all worked out. When it all comes together, Edna will think you're the worst guy in town. I just need a couple more pieces.
Well, don't go to too much trouble.
What do you mean?
Yes, I did miss it. What do you mean? You fixed the DeLorean?
The time circuit's fixed.
Not exactly. You see, I've been mulling things over, and
Doc.
in the timeline you're from.
The right timeline?
Yes. I've got a wife.
A great wife. Clara, and kids, and a dog, and a bitchin' time train, and...
And Edna? How does her story turn out? How does she end up?
Well, Edna ends up...
It's best not to know the future, Doc.
You're not really supposed to know these things in advance. It's bad luck.
But you told me how my story turns out.
It's because you're not going to exist anymore.
But it's not as if I'll be in a position to do anything about it once my younger counterpart's destiny has shifted. I imagine I'll be folded into the new timeline, and I'll probably lose all memory of the old one.
Maybe.
So tell me, just to satisfy my curiosity, what's going to become of Edna?
She's happy and fulfilled, though.
She's doing great. She's got a full life, lots of friends, always busy.
She's got a fellow?
Sure, lots of them.
Lots of them? She's a tramp?
God damn it, Marty.
What I meant to say was...
Let's start over. How does Edna end up?
Fine, she's alone and miserable because Marty tried to oversell the whole thing and completely dropped the ball.
To be honest, she ends up kinda sad.
But she deserves it.
Dad?
Right?
She lives with some cats in a dinky little apartment, and she spends most of her time yelling out her window at people, and collecting newspapers, and living in the past.
I see.
Oh, dear Lord.
Perhaps we've been going about this problem the wrong way. Do we really have to completely obliterate my timeline so we can restore yours?
Doc?
Maybe we could have the best of both worlds. I could be with Edna, but it could be a little bit, you know, more healthy.
Can you hear yourself? Do you know what you're saying? Let me remind you.
Yeah, she turned Hill Valley into a police state, she turned you into a puppet, she tried to erase your brain, she turned Biff into a drooling zombie, she brainwashed Jennifer, she was going to control not just the entire town, but probably the entire world if she could have.
She tried to erase your brain.
Oh, she was terrible, no argument. Horrible. Oh, but she started out with such pure intentions.
That's what it seems like, maybe.
I don't believe this.
All I'm saying is, let's stop and take a breath. This elaborate plan to derail my younger self's love life, is the short-term misery worth the long-term gain? Maybe we could find a third way. One where everybody wins. What do you think?
Not okay, no, I can't. How about an option for yes?
No. I'm sorry, Doc. I can't go along with what you're saying. You don't belong with
Don't give me a choice if it doesn't mean anything.
In spite of my stated wishes.
Basically, yeah.
Then there's nothing left to say.
Where are you going?
Why should it matter to you? Aren't you planning on overriding me?
Well, I can't override you if you take the time machine, Doc. Doc's like, fuck you guys, I'm gonna go make the future I want. Okay. Hello, Emmett.
Hey, Emmett, what's keeping you?
Oh, hello, Michael. I guess I've got a mild case of stage fright. I'm about to play my big scene, you know. No telling how Edna's gonna react. Wish me luck. Oh, for Pete's sake.
We're a regular Dennis the Menace, you know.
You've, got something on your suit.
Oh, so I have.
The real Doc's been erased from time completely.
Anti-stain formula, work your magic.
Emmett!
Just in the nick of time. Step back now. We're gonna need a little space here.
Oh, aren't you a vision? Like something that descended from the heavens.
Yes, I'm feeling a bit elevated at the moment. There's something I've just gotta ask you.
Wait, your tie's a bit crooked.
I've been holding it inside for weeks now, and I've simply gotta get it off my chest.
Oh.
Good job, Edna.
Uh-oh.
My grandfather's suit!
My formula! Oh. Look! Turn your head! I'll be right back, and we can try this all over again.
It's Lathrop Brown!
Huh?
Trixie Trotter! How do you know this woman?
I don't! I mean, I listened to
cutscene time, go.
Taking a picture or two of her, but
Go on! Deny to the world that you know me. Perhaps it is true, but I know you all too well.
What is going on here?
You rich boys are all alike. You think material possessions can compensate for a broken heart. Well, you can take back your furs and take back this gaudy diamond too. I don't need your expensive presents. I need you. And more importantly, little Emmett Jr. needs you.
Well,
Edna,
Don't Edna me. Apparently you are not the man I took you for.
But I am, see?
You go, Trixie.
The mental alignment meter proves it. I am the man you fell in love with.
Let me see that card.
Well, it's a good thing we've completely destroyed everyone's life at this point.
I should have known. A degenerate criminal. What? Get out of my sight! I never want to see you again!
That was rough, Emmett. I'm sorry you had to go through it, but things are gonna be okay. You and me can... Emmett?
That went off great, huh?
Yeah. Maybe too great. Emmett!
So how are we gonna fix this one in the 5th episode, guys? Is Doc gonna hang himself from the courthouse?
Go away.
Come on! Where are you? I'm sorry you had to go through that scene at the expo. Things didn't work out the way you expected, but everything's gonna turn out okay. See, I know how this story turns out, and...
Story is over.
Oh my goodness. Think of the future, Doc.
Stay there, Emmett! Don't throw away your future!
I don't have any future.
What has he
They
rigged
say I'm
up?
crazy, got no sense, but I don't care. They may or may not mean offense, but I don't care.
Stop!
What are you doing up here?
Sounds like he's been on the sauce, too.
Then what do you...
This is where I come when I want to think.
Oh.
When I want to be alone.
Oh.
Well, carry on then.
Don't let me bother you. Go ahead and think.
Can't you take a hint? I don't want you here. I don't need you.
You don't know what you need.
And you do?
As a matter of fact, yeah. You need... Get your mind off your problems. Go see a movie. I hear Frankenstein's pretty good.
Frankenstein. I tell you that my very life force is drained away, and you want to talk about Hollywood monster movies.
It's a very inspirational monster movie. Especially the scene where they bring the monster to life. There's this big gurney that lifts him up into the air, and see, there's this wild storm going on, and lightning crashing everywhere. It's amazing. And you just gotta see it, Emmett. It'll change your life.
Look at my helmet. Which light is flashing?
Yellow.
Apathy. I don't care about movies. I don't care about anything.